Radha, a tough, sinewy widow, and the only female farmer here, says that the well, which draws from deep groundwater, used to adequately supply the village and surrounding farms. We have plenty of water, but water is the problem, she says. As the bucket returns to the top, we can make out a white, almost oily-looking film on the surface of the liquid, which has formed little snowflake shapes. She scoops up the water and asks us to smell it. It has an odor so acrid it catches in the back of our throats, making us cough. We can't irrigate our crops, she says. It's the water of death. It kills most crops we put on it. Gone bad, says the man who brought up the pail. See, this is what they want you to live in. They want you to live in squalor. They want Bechtel-type situations where they come in and privatize the water and poison it and then make you pay for it. That's what this is about. I mean, folks, this is such an extensive article. I'm not going to be able to go through the whole thing. I mean, with headlines like, we can't irrigate our land with it. It's the water of death. And the chief minister is paid off. He says it's a good business opportunity. He's taking the kickbacks. It's disgusting. And we're going to see more and more of that in this country if we let this green agenda through, this carbon credit system. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, prisonplanet.tv, Infowars.com. All right, folks, we are back. We're going to go to your calls, and in this next segment, we're going to play this clip of this woman in campaignforliberty.org on Glenn Beck. And, you know, I don't like Glenn Beck, but I do like the fact that he gave this woman a 4-minute spot, a opportunity to tell people what Campaign for Liberty is. I wish that he had brought up the fact that they were demonized in the MIAC report. Any real journalist would have done so and made an issue out of that when this organization is, again, just about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, a government run for and by the people once more. And that's what it's all about. Connor in New Jersey, you're on the line, Connor.
Hey, Jason.
How you doing?
Oh, yeah, before I ask my question, I have to give you congrats on putting that idiot in his place.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. All right, so I just have a quick question. If you were to tell everyone here, everyone listening, one way that anyone can step up and be a part of the movement, what would that be?
I mean, one way to be a part of this movement is to talk to other people about the issues. And I'm not just saying, you know, you saw a movie and you said, oh my God, this movie is so crazy, you need to see this. And, you know, the Twin Towers were blowing up and there were all these drills. No, first you have to inform yourself, okay? So, you know, have talking points. Know what you're talking about. If you've got an iPhone, great. If you've got an internet app phone, great. If you've just got a phone that has video, you know, you want to talk about Building 7, have it on your phone. Have it readily available with you before you're prepared to bring it to somebody else, okay? And then second, be a human being. Talk to other people. Hand them DVDs. You know, get out there and just be like, hey, Mom, I remember the first time I talked to my mother about this, and this is way back in 2002. You know, we're sitting on the highway, and she's driving me back to my my hometown, and I'm going to do laundry, and we're talking just about how the economy's, you know, doing so much worse, and their eBay business isn't doing as well. And she turns to me and she goes, you know, why did these people have to do this? And I just, you know, I was fighting within myself whether or not I was going to tell my mother this. You know, am I really going to take the next step? Am I going to really start talking to my family about this? And I just turned to her and I go, Mom, I'm like, they didn't do this. And Mom, I've been looking into this, and unfortunately, you know, it was elements in our own government, you know. And she looked at me and, you know, she didn't talk for a second. She goes, you know, Jason, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a whole lot more sense. And she was really accepting in the beginning. My stepfather was not. You know, my brother was not. My sister was not. My friends were not. But, you know, I saw that even my mother, you know, could wrap her head around it, you know, without knowing anything and just thinking to herself. And I said, okay, you know, I can do this with other people. So the main thing I tell other people out there is to educate yourself first and then inform others later. And, you know, if you want to take the next step, join We Are Change. You know, become part of the media. Get yourself a camera. I mean, I rock a little tiny handy cam that cost me $200 last year. It doesn't even take a tape. It has a digital stick in it, and it does HD. I mean, the stuff I post on YouTube looks pretty good for YouTube, and it looks better before it goes to YouTube. And again, it's $200. I mean, $200 right now is literally nothing. You can't even get one of those cool Xbox 360s for $200. I mean, you know, so you got to make the decision in your life that you want to have an effect on other people's lives. And like I said, don't rush into it. Educate yourself first and then inform people later. I thank you for the call, Connor. Jory in Hawaii. Jory, you're online. Yes, Jory.
Jason, how you doing, man?
Good.
One issue I want to touch up on right now, have you guys covered anything about Facebook at all? I don't know if that's been an issue or...
You know, the last time I covered Facebook was when the Pope joined about 3 weeks ago, and I just pointed out that, you know, this is another place for the establishment to try to have a say away. You know, Barack Obama, obviously, on Facebook. There's a MySpace page for the White House now. You know, they are using technology, but all this stuff is a track, trace, and database system. I mean, people put where they went to school. Yeah. They're constantly updating, you know, where they are on Facebook, their mood. They're posting all their pictures from where they, you know, spent the weekend, all the parties they go to, the dances, all their acquaintances. I mean, this is really the NSA's wet dream. And let's talk about that on the other side, because in my next film, I'm actually going to be putting in a clip where they admit that the FBI is using MySpace to go after criminals and terrorists. Yes, so many terrorists use MySpace. It's Al-Qaeda-like. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.